CD and Sam podcast, episode something. We're here today back with another Saints prediction video. Last year we predicted the black and gold to go 13-4 as a collective group. They ended up going 9-8, so we overshot it a little bit. But we're back here with my fabulous
They were nine and
co-host
eight.
Connor. They were 9-8 with my fabulous co-host Stevie and
Yes.
special guest star. You may know him as the Ginger, Brock McMinn. Woo!
Football
How we doing?
insider, bro.
How we doing? How we doing?
Yeah, bro.
Brock, what would you like to say to the
go
vast
ahead, Brock.
audience?
This year is different. Okay, this year I will not be as lenient, and I'm
telling
not
me.
happy. Yeah,
Yeah, I had the black and gold going a crisp 14-3 last year. They're still gonna be good in my mind this year, but
That was such a delusional take.
dude,
You thought a Derek Carr team was going to go 14-3?
The thing is, and I realized it today because somebody was clowning me still for picking us to go 14-3, and I guess it's because I really didn't know shit about Derek Carr. Like I really just didn't know anything about him, just because I guess West Coast. But anyway,
Yeah. Before we start here, I want to open up with we all watched the preseason game, so I want y'all to give me one player you're excited about going into the season before we get all negative.
go ahead, bro.
Kool-Aid McKinstry. Let me tell you, that dude's a dog.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid looked
That
good.
dude is a dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, even though he went to Bama, that dude's a dog. And Spencer Rattler, he's never gonna play, but God, he looked good.
Yeah, Rattler did
Yeah.
look good. I'll go with. I didn't really notice Fuaga throughout the game just because he's an O lineman, but
He's probably
from
good,
what,
though.
from
Really
what I've
solid.
heard, from what I've heard, he's going to be solid. Hopefully, a cornerstone. What is he? A right tackle?
Left
Dude,
tackle. Left tackle.
left.
Left
I
tackle?
was I think he lined up on the left.
Left tackle.
Which okay,
Yeah.
I would like to add something. Trevor Penning is god awful.
Oh my
Terrible.
God, it's terrible.
Terrible.
He's
If
gotta
we didn't
go.
already know it, oh my God, it's really bad.
It's like I'm not even rooting for the guy. Like, anyway,
I remember
I mean,
he
he's
he had a quote where he was like, "I like playing football because I like legally abusing people."
yeah, you saw that.
When
Mhm.
he is the one getting legally abused every snap.
Yeah,
Like
he's a weird-
he has never blocked anybody in his life.
He's a weird dude.
Yeah, I mean he's big, but the dude doesn't know where to put his hands to block a man. But my player is so non-ironically Lou Headley. Lou was looking good. You can't lie. Like he got some airtime on those punts. He was definitely the best player for us in the first half. Like last year, he's got the directional kicks down. This year, he gets some
Money Lou.
airtime behind it. I mean, hey, we know that a big part of the Saints game this year is going to be the punt. So
Yeah, definitely.
big things to come for Lou Headley ahead.
Y'all
But
remember when hold on, I got one more thing. Y'all remember when
All right.
Blake Gillikin was like an all-pro punter and then he just completely
Rookie-
fell off?
Rookie Blake was different.
It was so confusing. As a punter, how do you fall off as a punter? Like you get in your head as a punter. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into it.
All right, kicking off the season, Saints at home with Carolina, and I'll go first here. I've never gone into a week one game as a Saints fan in such a must-win position. When you look at it, the games that are like coming up, if we lose this game,
Oh, it's brutal. We're cooked.
we will start 1-5.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee it. It is a must-win game in the Dome week one against a terrible Panthers team. Like a team that if they win 6 games, we'll look at it and say, well, they showed signs of improvement. But I still don't think it'll be a fun time. I predict the Saints to win a ugly and grueling 20-17 game, which will be miserable and leave all fans disgusted.
Yeah, I agree. I have the Saints winning 24-17. I feel like Bryce Young will be better this year, but I really don't know what to expect out of him. But like you said, it's a must-win for the Saints. I do think they can win.
Yeah, my pick doesn't matter, but I was picking the Saints anyway. If they lose this game, when I tell you if they lose this game, I'm giving up on the whole season. It's not an exaggeration. If we lose week one, I'm giving up on the whole season.
Okay.
And I
No,
think it's gonna look exactly like it did last year, week one against the Titans. Just
That's my exact thought.
an ugly, just terrible game.
There we go.
Yeah. Nobody has a good time, but the Saints win.
Yeah.
That's the call. All right, week 2, let's start with Connor here at Dallas.
At Dallas, I have us losing 27-17. Dude, I don't know why. I feel like the Cowboys are going to be really good this year, especially if CD, gets his stuff together and works out a contract. 'Cause, I mean, their defense is scary, and I mean, Dak and CD, that connection was terrifying last year. I mean, CD had like what, 1,800 yards?
Yeah, definitely a top 3 receiver in the league last season.
So I don't see a world in which the Saints, led by Derek Carr, go into Dallas and win. So, Brock,
Brock,
Uh, I have them losing, but I could easily
fuck
see
that.
us winning this game because
Really?
we always beat somebody we're not supposed to, especially early in the year.
Mhm.
And our defense is like unbelievable. I don't think nobody's really giving us credit for that. Our defense is
Our
unreal.
defense is really solid. Yes.
But yeah, we're not winning this game as much as I want us to win.
I kind of agree with Brock that this is like a sneaky game that the Saints will hang in there for. I do think Dallas will win ultimately, but I'll take Dallas by a touchdown maybe. I think the Saints they'll be coming in at 1-0, feeling pretty good, and then probably come up against some superior competition and fall just short. But I think my bold call, we will be more encouraged by a loss to Dallas than we will by the win against Carolina.
Really? You think that? All right.
I say we look better in week 2.
I completely
At
agree with
least.
that. I completely agree with that.
They'll find a way.
Which is sad of how far we've come from Drew Brees, and now we're more impressed with a loss than a win.
I was watching 2020 Saints highlights, bro. Take me back.
What I would give to watch 2018 New
What
Orleans.
I would give for Jared Cook not to fumble the ball.
Let's move on, please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Although to be fair, Drew Brees was like cooked out. Like the man had like multiple broken ribs. He couldn't throw the ball 30 yards.
He threw
Justice
that one to
for-
Cook 30 yards.
I will never forgive
we
him
don't-
or
Like
Mark Ingram. Was it his last
Yes,
year where he ran out of
yes.
bounds?
No idea what he was doing.
oh yeah. All right. Anyways, moving on. I'll let Brock go first. We'll keep rotating here. Week 3, coming back to the Dome to host the Eagles. Kind of a weird team this season. Brock, what you got?
We're getting hammered this game. This is one of those, they play really well against Dallas, and they come home and get skull dragged.
Yeah.
I can easily see us getting murdered this game.
All right. Fair enough. Why?
Hope I'm wrong.
Like, you think it's just because he's a running quarterback, or?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to give props to you, Connor, because you kind of talked me into that. We suck against running quarterbacks.
So that
and-
was you I was talking to about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think I was talking to you. It was me, you, and Gianni talking about the first couple games.
Yeah. I think you're right.
And with the addition of Saquon, I don't know how.
Oh, they're going to be. Yeah, that running game is going to be scary. Sammy?
I'm with Brock here, not in a blowout fashion, but I do think the Eagles will win. I expect the Eagles to bounce back from at least where they were at the end of last season. And the Saints in the last few years really haven't played that well at home as opposed to their showings on the road. This just feels like a
I haven't
matchup that
noticed
would be
that.
very, very, very difficult.
I haven't noticed the Saints play poorly at home. Really, they have.
Actually, we did play better. We played better at home last year, but that's because our schedule was like remarkably weak at home.
And that's
but
why I have
I
them 14-3. Anyway,
I digress. Anyways, Connor.
it doesn't matter, but I have them winning this game. The thing is, I watched every single Eagles game last year because I had AJ Brown on my fantasy team, and they looked like ass at the end of last year. Like, they looked horrible.
At the end of last season, the Eagles were probably a bottom 5 team in the league.
They were like the Yankees in that little stretch we went on. They were great in the beginning, and then they just completely fell off. It was terrible. So that's the only reason I have confidence. And it's at home in the Dome. So, but anyway, it's going to be a tough game regardless. So,
All right, moving on. We have them sitting at 1-2. Everybody has the same picks across the board for each game. This one might cause some division. At Atlanta, week 4, top.
well, I had the Eagles winning that game. Or I had the Saints winning.
Yeah, we all had. Oh, yeah, the Saints winning that game.
Yeah.
But arguably the top 2 teams in the division. Saints tend to play well against Atlanta on the road, especially.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna pick the Saints in this one because logically, like for my mental sanity, there's no way I can pick the Saints to beat the Chiefs in week 5.
Hell no.
So I can't have it in my head that I expect the Saints to start the year off 1-4. and this win against Atlanta makes the most sense. So I'll take the Saints.
Okay. I have us losing this game for the Atlanta and Tampa. Not to spoil it, but I have the Saints winning the home game and then losing the away game. Even though, like you said, in the last couple of years, the Saints have played well in the Mercedes Dome. But I have the Saints losing 30-20. Bro,
Yeah, I have them losing this game.
yikes.
Uh, yeah, we tend to struggle in Atlanta, especially early. I remember last year the Desmond Ritter debacle.
Okay, that was on the pick six by Derek Carr.
My
With-
King Derek.
Speaking of that, I will never forget his interview when he's like, "Yeah, the guy made a good play." Like, thank you, Derek.
I'll never forget that,
Like
bro.
what? Like
What a
what?
clown.
Anyway, yeah, they're losing this game. They start 1-3.
Yikes. 1-4. Chalk this one
Yeah,
up as an L.
just skip the next one.
Oops.
We literally have zero chance.
There's no chance.
I can't
go into
even-
Arrowhead and win.
Unless
Zero chance.
Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes die. That's
Over
it.
under.
And
And Andy Reid,
no.
Kadarius Toney, him. Who are you talking about, Connor?
Pacheco. Oh, he got a card too. Dang, he had that ready for the episode as well.
No, I actually
Um,
didn't. I have my Volpe one right here too.
Yeah, over under 2.5 quarters of watch time as Saints fans. What do y'all got?
It's a Monday night.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch
like-
it, but
Okay, but like, be real. The Saints are down, as they will be. The Saints are down like 28-10. We just punted. There's 2.5 minutes left in the third. It's like
Yeah,
not. It's like
that's-
10. It's like 10 on a Monday night. You're going to bed. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
y'all might. But I'm not.
He's staying up and watching these Pacheco.
We could also do a
garbage time
brief
minutes.
fantasy overview after this. Me and Brock have our teams picked.
I think we should do that as like a separate episode, like we do Saints, and then we can do like an overarching NFL one.
Wow.
Very fancy. Moving on to a game that we might win at home against the Bucks on a short week for the Saints. I think we're at Brock. So Brock, what you got?
I think we win this game. I think we turn it around, and can't think of the expression, but it's gonna start a chain of, you'll see. But I think we win this game, and it keeps our momentum up
I hope
in the
so.
next
Oh,
couple weeks. You'll see what I mean
All right.
when we get there.
Okay. So we're gonna go. We'll be 2-4 coming into this game. That's my call. Or wait, what will? No, we'll be 2-3 coming into this game,
2-4.
and we'll all be
2-3.
no 2-3, 2-3.
Oh, 2-3 going in.
As far as my predictions, I think we'll be 2-3 coming into this game. I think we'll be feeling optimistic. We'll be like, oh, we got out of the bad part of our schedule. And this is when the Saints hit you with the disappointment. Give me a loss to Tampa Bay at home. Ugly game. We lose by like 2 scores at the
Baker
at the
goes
end
for
of the ball
500
game.
yards.
my
Baker
God.
runs in a touchdown at the end of the game. I'll take the Bucks, drop the Saints to 2-4 in a lifeless Superdome.
Well,
Wow.
to oppose you, Sam, I have the Saints winning.
Hmm.
I have them winning 17-13. The Bucks got a little scrappy defense over there. They got Antoine Winfield, Carlton Davis. I don't know if he's still there, but
I
Carlton.
don't see the Buck. I don't see the Bucks being better than they were last year.
Carlton
No
Davis
way.
is not there. Carlton Davis is on the Lions now.
Oh,
so
really?
he is.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, they still
Luckily-
have. Do they have
Knowledge.
Levante David still, or did he retire?
I had no idea. What you
I think he's still there. I feel like I
Levante
would know if he
David.
retired. I think I would know if he retired.
No, he's still
I think
there because they lost Devin
Yeah.
White.
He's a beast. Oh, where'd he go?
The Eagles. I saw that actually earlier on TV. They were talking about it. I completely forgot about that.
They're gonna be good.
All right. Moving on. It is my turn to go first with another primetime game, Thursday night football in the Dome.
How
Sean
do we play the
Payton's
Broncos
return.
on prime time, bro?
Yep. Well, it's
Because it's Sean Payton's
to the
return.
Super Bowl.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right,
Exactly.
That makes sense. That makes
On
sense.
Prime
Sean
Video.
Payton. Exactly. Who's ready? Who's ready for the Peacock Friday games, y'all?
Oh,
I'm not
my
watching that.
goodness. Such a money grab, bro.
Yeah, I think the Saints are not very good, but I do think we're better than the Broncos. So I will finally take the Saints to win a game to sit at 3-4. I think we get a nice, comfortable win at home against Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. Oh,
I
one
agree.
more thing on the money grab. a little tangent here. We all saw the Pelicans are moving back to Fox 8.
So excited.
I
Best.
know.
That's the best decision they've
Literally,
made.
when I heard that, I was like, "Mom, cancel Bally right now."
Yeah,
So,
expeditiously. No, well, TV ratings on the Pelicans games were up over like 250% when they didn't play on Bally because it's such a terrible system and it costs so much money and it's like so incompatible with streaming services. So that's actually a really big move for the Pelicans. But we're talking about Saints right now.
I had to say it because I love the
No.
Pels.
I agree. Go Pels.
But yeah, I also have the Saints winning pretty comfortably against Denver. I mean, Bo Nix looked pretty good in the his first preseason game, but I'm not worried about the rest of the Broncos team. Bro,
Yeah, I think we win this game. I think this is the best game we play all year because Sean Payton's coming back.
good, good.
Alrighty, so we have the Saints at 3-4 going into SoFi to play the San Diego Chargers. That's like our first 3 p.m. start time in a very
weird.
long while.
That is, yeah.
We didn't have. You can't tell me that's the game of the week, but anyways, Connor, you go first.
Okay, there's San Diego or Los Angeles, sorry.
No, they're San Diego.
San Diego.
Yep.
I have us winning 27-20. Who is Justin Herbert going to throw the ball to other than Lad McConkey?
Yeah,
Exactly.
they really have no.
Hey,
Exactly.
Lad McConkey, he's
Hey, you,
got,
no, you, hey, you.
he's got he's got a high motor. He's a great route runner, and he doesn't quit.
I feel like I've missed some lunch table discussions about Lad McConkey.
I'll explain after.
Yeah,
Okay.
explain after. But yeah, I think the Saints win by a touchdown here.
Brock.
I didn't know we were doing scores. That's on me. I was not prepared, but I do have us winning this game.
I'll take the Saints as well. Sneaky road win to break back to 500. Get some optimism around the team before they eventually break our hearts in Week 18.
Yikes.
Moving on to another game with the Panthers. We have them at 500 going into this road game. Brock, what you think?
I think we win. I think we get over 500. Pretty easily actually, because the Panthers, they're just going to be terrible this year. I cannot see a world where Bryce Young is leading them past 5 wins.
It's too small.
Everybody was comparing them to Drew Brees, and that's like, and you can't compare anybody to Drew Brees. It's just not a real thing.
But they compare every tiny quarterback to Drew Brees.
That is true.
Drew Brees he's the only quarterback, though, in NFL history that has been at that stature and been that efficient. It's like if you compare every 6'6" basketball player to Michael Jordan. It's just, or like if you compare every short guy to Steph Curry in basketball, it's just not a thing. Drew Brees is Drew Brees, and
so
everyone
Sam,
else
what's
is
our
Bryce
record
Young.
right now?
We have them sitting at 5-4.
5-4 with this dub to Carolina.
That's exactly what I have.
Okay. All right. That's beautiful. Yeah, not too much to say about the win against Carolina. I think we sweep them. Did we sweep them? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we split with the other two and swept them.
Oh, that's exactly what is going to happen again. All right. Sam, are you starting Atlanta off?
Oh yeah, moving on. Atlanta at home. The return trip of the season series with the Saints coming in at over 500. I will, till the day I die, pick the Saints to win at Atlanta and lose at home. I've seen it too many times, so I got Atlanta beating us here. I think Atlanta's too good of a team for us to beat twice this season.
Wait, so you have us winning or losing?
Losing.
Sorry, losing. Okay. Let's see. This one, I have the Saints winning because I had the Saints losing the other one. So I had the Saints winning 28-22. I think this is just a good old-fashioned rivalry sweep of the season series, or split of the season series. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with the Saints until I just remembered that the Falcons traded for Matthew Judon this past week.
Matthew Judon is going to sway your pick.
No,
it's a big move.
Okay, let me finish, Connor. I think you forgot that Matthew Judon will be lining up against Trevor Penning.
Oh, you're right.
Oh no!
So that's yes. So
Big
yes, I have
Trev. Big Trev.
If we have Ryan Ramczyk, I think we win this game. Our defense is too good, so I don't think we're gonna. I think it's gonna be an ugly game, but it's Judon might have 4 sacks.
I'm really interested to see how the Falcons and Kirk are going to be this year. I feel like they have the potential to be really good.
I think they're a little overrated. Like
I think they are too.
Kirk is not Jesus. He's
Hey, you put Kirk Cousins at 12 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. That man is getting you 10 wins, Brock.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Why can't that be a Sunday? What am I kidding? Falcons Saints are never gonna be Sunday night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have them losing.
Okay, so we have a loss to Atlanta there to drop us to 5-5. Moving on to another interesting team this year, the Cleveland Browns with Deshaun Watson back at quarterback. Coming off a playoff performance, obviously one of the stronger defenses in the league. How do y'all think the Saints fare in this matchup, Brock?
Upset. I think we win this game. This is the team that we're not supposed to beat, but we beat. Because I think we're a little chip on our shoulder after getting swept by Atlanta. We come in this game and just dominate.
Yeah, Sam.
I can't see us losing to a serial sex offender, especially at home. That just feels disrespectful to the entire city of New Orleans. So I've got the Saints winning.
I have the Saints losing just because Deshaun Watson's a scrambling quarterback, and the Saints can't do anything about that. So, but yeah, Cleveland.
He also definitely has.
Sam.
He did some bad things. No, he did some bad things. You are the problem. You're protecting the shield right now.
What?
I'm calling out his 40 accounts of sexual misconduct.
Okay. How is Deshaun Watson in the league, but Trevor Bauer can't pitch in the MLB?
Let's not go there. Let's not.
I'm sorry.
Whoa,
I am pissed
whoa.
about
Not
that.
veer off. You're gonna get Brad.
Unless the Saints defense turns into masseuses, we're winning this game.
Sam, you are unfiltered sometimes.
Who dat, baby? We're 6-5. Moving on. Bye week. An exciting week for the Saints fans every year as we get a break from watching the misery that is the Saints red zone offense.
I hated bye weeks 3 years ago, but now I love them.
Now I love them. You just sit back and you enjoy football. You watch at 12. You take a nap in the afternoon. You watch Sunday night. Hopefully your fantasy team wins. But either way, it's a good day because there's no Saints football. But moving on, another 3 p.m. game against the Rams, which feels like a yearly occurrence to play the Rams.
Yeah.
But we have us at 6-5. We're at home coming out of the bye. Connor, what you think?
I have us winning this game on a game-winning Group A field goal. 34.
Group A.
I feel like it'll be a shootout, honestly. I'm feeling a rare shootout in this game. And I have the Saints coming out on top.
You putting Derek Carr and shootout in the same sentence is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope.
Check down Merchant.
Yep. Empty yards. Emperor of empty yards.
Literally. I mean.
All right, Brock, what you think?
I do have us winning this game, but I think Charlie Smythe will kick the game-winning field goal.
Wow.
Wow, bold take.
Is he even allowed? Is he allowed to play for us? Is that just a thing that they're doing? Are we allowed to sign him?
Yeah.
With the international thing?
I don't know.
Anyway, Sammy.
Y'all remember it was the game Drew Brees broke his finger.
Yes.
Coincidentally, I broke my finger the same day. But my point being, it was a 3 p.m. game against the Rams, and we just kind of got beat down. And that is exactly what I expect here. I predict a classic little 10, 14 point beat down from a much more physical, much better coach, better quarterback team. So I'll take the Rams.
Aaron Donald's not there anymore. So
I don't care. If the Saints never beat the Rams, it's never. I don't know if I've seen the Saints beat the Rams. Even when they were the St. Louis Rams and they went 3-13, we still lost. It's not happening, y'all.
Andy Dalton beat the Rams 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, weird times.
And then we
did technically beat the Rams.
I'll say
Michael Thomas.
I'll say this: the Rams, the Rams game that Drew broke his finger or whatever. The only reason we laid down that game was remember the Cam Jordan fumble.
The Cam Jordan fumble.
Yes.
I'm still upset about.
That's the only reason.
That was the worst call of all time. No.
Anyway,
they basically changed the rule now to where they can't blow the whistle, and it was slightly as a result of that play.
It was I think it was the same rule then. Because I remember the commentators being like, they shouldn't have blew the whistle.
How many
They
rule
enforce
changes?
it differently now.
How many
Maybe.
rule changes have occurred from Saints games? Like
Too many.
A lot.
actually insane.
Because definitely the overtime rule occurred
Yes.
after 2009.
Anything more than one is disturbing.
The pass interference they did penalty they did like they can review it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
onside kick you can't do the ambush now.
No, we're
That
we're a
ridiculous.
notorious franchise. That's how I'd put us. Anyways, I think we have us at combined. I think cumulatively we have us at 7-5. I have us at 6-6, but we'll go at the Giants in Week 14.
Okay.
I think I'm starting with this one.
Yeah.
I'll take the Saints to win here. Daniel Jones is terrible. The Giants are in a constant cycle of being subpar. Malik Neighbors is going to be a beast. There's no doubt about that, but I'll take the Saints to get a low road win here.
Yeah. I agree, Sam. That Giants team from a few years ago was, I guess, an anomaly because they really suck.
Oh, I called that. I called the Giants
did.
making the playoffs,
You
and no
did.
one believed me.
You
And I
did.
called
I don't
it.
know how you did that.
I was a genius.
It's probably on
I-
one of these pods somewhere, but
It is because I was very adamant about this.
you
Anyways,
shut
Brock.
up, Sam. Good
Yeah.
job.
I think that the Saints win this game, but I think we're not facing Daniel Jones. I think we get Tom DeVito again. So I think Daniel Jones is going to get benched before the end of the season. He is so bad. It's
Hey, he's getting paid well to do it, though.
It's unbelievable how much that man's getting paid.
they're tanking for Nuss.
The Nuss bus.
I guess we'll
That's
get
bust.
into LSU another pod, but I
I-
don't really know what to expect.
Oh
from
my
him.
god. Oh, I'm so high on LSU, but this is a Saints pod, so
Yeah, no. All right.
All right. Coming back home for a terrible Washington team that does have future GOAT quarterback Jaden Daniels on the roster. I think this is Connor to start. What you think?
Yeah, I got the Saints winning. What is it? I have us winning 24-21. The Saints aren't gonna blow any team out, no matter. Oh, excuse me. The Christian Brothers team, and
Bleep.
still have a close game. So no, but I think the Saints will win this one, even though the Commanders are not good at all.
Yeah, I have the Saints as well. Commanders just aren't that don't have the same level of talent in the roster as we do, which feels shocking to say. But yeah, Jaden Daniels will get a warm ovation here in New Orleans, but Saints win.
yeah, I have the Saints winning. Nothing else to add on that. There's no way we lose this game. Let me knock on wood when I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely losing now, y'all.
Now he travels
All
to
right.
Lambeau.
Week 16, Saints are hot. I have them personally sitting at 8-6 going into Lambeau Field against the Packers team that are kind of in that B tier mix in the NFC of contending. Obviously a difficult place to play. We'll go to Brock here.
First off, I'm looking at my prediction and I have them 9-5, which this gives off was it 2020 Steelers 11-0 vibes. Like, not a good team, but I have them 4 games above 500.
So the Saints going 9-5 is the equivalent of the Steelers going 11-0.
No. I'm just saying that a bad football team that somehow has a good record.
Yeah, I remember the
But-
Vikings a few years ago, 13-4 when they
Oh,
were
that
like-
The worst
they lost to
13
the
win team in
Giants.
NFL history.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't very good.
Anyway, this game is in December, which means it will probably be Jesus, it will be a snow game, and we're not winning that game.
Sam.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think we're gonna lose. I'll go start with saying that. But like, we're gonna be excited going into this game. Like, you're gonna get to school on Monday, or like, I don't know, it'll be a Christmas break. But like, you're gonna have watched football the day before, and you're gonna be hyped to watch the Saints that night because like we'll be hot at the time. We'll be winning record in position, maybe to win the division, make the playoffs. I think this might be the most exciting that we
that's
get as Saints fans this year.
That's a Monday
So-
night.
Yeah, which I feel like Saints are going to be in all white. You know, it'll be a good classic little Saints Packers games. That we always tend to play them close, but I'll take the Packers in a close game here.
Yeah, I got the Packers winning pretty handily. I don't think the Saints will put up much of a fight, especially if it's freezing cold in Green Bay.
Yeah.
So we got
Okay.
an L here. Brock, you took an L.
Yeah, I said loss.
So
All right. I start here coming at home for Vegas. And as I predicted, there will be heartbreak in the Saints season, and this is the week that does it. It's going to be a
really?
must-win game. The Saints get upset at home by Las Vegas for no goddamn reason other than that they're not a very competent football team. That they've been punching above their weight class all season, and it's falling apart down the stretch. Give me Las Vegas to knock off the Saints at home.
Wow. Wow.
I Sam, I couldn't disagree more. Actually,
The heartbreak is coming.
see
Y'all
my
are
my
aloof.
that is
Aloof.
I don't see us losing this game at all. Derek Carr revenge game.
I got the Saints winning.
Yeah,
I have us winning. I don't know.
Y'all can keep getting your hopes up, guys, but it's
which would by the way
not
put us
gonna.
at 10 wins.
Yeah, we're at 10 wins right now.
Yeah, you keep getting your hopes up, fellas. I got us
Thanks,
at 8 right now. All right, heading into Tampa Bay for the last week of the season. What do you guys have?
If you don't mind me starting, I see. Okay, if this is my take, if we go into this game with a chance to make the playoffs and win the division, we lose.
Yep.
However, if we go into this game and there's no way we can make the playoffs, we're going to win by 30.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it either like any other way.
Yeah. So,
Connor, what you got?
so Brock, you have them winning or losing?
Winning or losing.
Losing. All right, I have them losing as well. So
You have them losing as well. Okay, so wait, if you give me a moment, I have a rant to go on. So my prediction that I have foreseen, I've been speaking nothing but truth the entire time. The Saints will come in to week 18 tied with the Atlanta Falcons and with the Bucks with an outside chance to take the division. Everyone's going to be excited, this, that, the other. Bucks fans are going to be going crazy like they got a chance to win the division. It's going to be a good game. The Saints will somehow win. And then follow me here. The Falcons will have the tiebreaker on the Saints on NFC record, the third tiebreaker. They will have the same division record. The Falcons will be playing the Panthers. The Panthers will lead most of the game, only for the Falcons to come back late and break all of our hearts.
yeah,
I was
And the
I was thinking
and
that in my head.
and the Saints missed the playoffs at 9-8 again. Truth hurts, fellas.
yeah, it does. I don't know. So what? We had them going 10-7.
9-8,
You
I
have
had
9-8?
10-7.
We had, I had
9-8. We missed the playoffs. We missed the wild card on tiebreakers. We lose the division on tiebreakers. It's all gonna come together for one final season of heartbreak before we finally blow it up.
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Me?
No, Spencer. You too. You, Sam. Yes, you look good. But Spencer Rattler looked good.
Yeah. No, I cannot stand the direction that the Saints are in. I will be somewhat
It's
upset
purgatory.
if we. It is your goal as a football franchise is to win the Super Bowl at all times. I know that the Panthers suck. They're the worst team in football. They were the worst team in football last year. They'll probably be the worst team in football this year. But I think the Panthers, more than us, are trying to win a Super Bowl this season. There's no direction more than to just to win this division and get bounced by either the Eagles or the Cowboys at home on like a Friday night wild card game. And everyone says, "Oh, it was a good season. We won the division." No, it probably sets us back 2-3 years because we decided we want to run it back with a team that's above average age, that has a mid-tier quarterback who's getting
No cap
grossly
space.
overpaid, no cap space that we've been pushing back. We've been restructuring contracts for the last 5 years, and we've set ourselves up to where either we win the division this year, we end up 8-9, or we actually do really bad and finally blow it up and do what's actually right for this franchise.
Wow.
like
Wow. Sam's soliloquy. Y'all heard it
I
here.
like it.
I mean, you're right. We need the last thing you want to do is be in purgatory, and that's where the franchise is
Embrace the
currently.
tank.
It's like
Yeah.
Gail Benson. Gail Benson doesn't know if she wants to win now or tank. Like
Yeah,
they
we
keep,
gotta- we have
in
a front-
charge.
We have a front office of yes men. Love the Bensons. Love Gail Bensons. She got to go. We need new management. She doesn't want to fire anyone because everyone's a nice guy,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And we know everyone. But Mickey Loomis has to go. He's riding off the curtails of a 2017 draft class. He's lost more draft value in 2010 than any other GM in the league.
What is
He's
draft
riding
value?
off the coat. Like if you think, like, remember last year we didn't have a second round pick for like
Yeah.
no reason. That
Oh,
I thought we got Kool-Aid in the second round.
we traded into
we
it.
did, but it was from the Broncos.
Oh, that's
But
right.
we have a front office of yes men that we're unwilling to get rid of, and we need change. We got to blow everything up. I want Dennis Allen is the worst coach in
He's
football.
gotta go,
He's
man.
He's a failed head coach. He's a good coordinator, but he's failed as a coach twice, and he has to go. Just because he's a nice guy and because he's been in the organization for years does not mean that he's qualified to be the head coach of the Saints this year.
We need to go out and get a young guy. That's what we need to do. Go get a young guy similar to like a McVay, but
The problem with
much easier said than done.
with letting Dennis Allen go is he's such a good DC and defensive mind that I don't know.
Obviously.
We would not be able to replace him in that aspect.
All right, guys, we got like
Yeah.
45 seconds here.
Yeah, wrapping things up, closing thoughts. 5 seconds, Connor, go.
Who dat?
Brock.
Who dat?
And I'll say embrace the tank. Thank you for listening. If you got all the way through it, we'll have an NFL prediction coming out, same group. Anyways, thank you for joining us, Brock, and cue the outro.
Sam and
Sam and
CD.
CD.
CD and Sam.
CD and Sam.